Hello. I just received my review copy of the 10th edition Dark Eldar Codex from Games Workshop. It was packed inside this older codex, also from Games Workshop. Let's dig into it, shall we? Have a look at what's in store for everybody's favorite Warhammer 40,000 faction, the Dark Eldar. Oh, here it is. Here it is, the book proper. The new 10th edition Dark Eldar Codex from Games Workshop for use in the 10th edition of Warhammer 40,000. Let's dig in, shall we? Codex Dark Eldar. Let's turn the page a little bit. Ooh, what have we here? It's a breadcrumb. It looks like a piece of candy pizza. What is candy pizza if not something made up of breadcrumbs? This is the first one. Let's remember that. Let's put it over here, shall we? To keep track of the number. This is the first one. What have we here? Welcome, my brethren, to Codex Dark Eldar, a book entirely dedicated to collecting, painting, and gaming with the most evil and decadent race in the Warhammer 40,000 universe, the Dark Eldar. Let's turn the page, shall we? See what's in store. This is an exclusive review here of the 10th edition Dark Eldar Codex. Oh, here's another breadcrumb, another piece of candy pizza to help guide us along. Let's put that over here, number 2, the second one. Mask of the Damned. The Mask of the Damned plays upon its victims' deepest fears and phobias. It projects hellish visions into their brains, often dropping them to their knees, even in mid-charge. That seems like a good piece of equipment for a Dark Eldar Lord. In the 10th edition Codex, they have these really neat passages detailing strengths and weaknesses. The strengths of the Dark Eldar Lord is that it is good in close combat, war gear, high leadership. But its weaknesses includes and is limited to needs supporting unit. A lot of good stuff in this 10th edition Dark Eldar Codex. Let's see what's next. Ooh, it's a third piece of candy pizza. Let's put it over here. What did it point us towards? Oh, it's Dark Eldar Lord on Reaver. Oh. Ah. We've all been waiting for this. The return of the Dark Eldar Lord on the Reaver. Numerous blades have also been glued to the Lord around his fist, on his skull cap and his shoulder pad, all taken from a plastic Dark Eldar sprue. I really love that this new 10th edition Dark Eldar Codex seems to be a bit of a return to form, bringing back some of the older aspects of codices that long-time players of the Warhammer 40,000 game have really been itching for. Barakar watched his Incubi fighting against the forsaken fools of the craft world, their weapons blazing with ancient energies. They slashed a bloody trail of glorious destruction. The Aspect warriors fought back fiercely, and the Archon could feel the surging waves of their anger and bitter hatred. Their enmity only served to invigorate him further. Let's continue, shall we? Oh, special weapons. Polymer web compound chamber. Monomolecular edged combat attachments. That must be a good thing. Oh, here we have our fourth piece of canned pizza. Let's put it with the others, gathering up all the breadcrumbs, forming a complete message. Therefore, my studies led me to believe that, with the exception of the homunculi, all Dark Eldar are members of a cabal or cult. The nature of cults is dealt with in the companion volume to this work. Dark Eldar, cults of the 39th and 40th millennia. So I will confine myself solely to the cabals of the Dark Eldar here. Homunculi will be dealt with in a future volume. Here's a familiar face. Here's a familiar face. Oh, it's the fifth piece of candy pizza. Let's put it with the others. Deep under the cursed city of Commoragh, Urian Rakar, master of all homunculi, entered his secret laboratory. Here, in total darkness and infernal heat, Urian worked alone, gibbering and insane. The walls of the laboratory were lined with captives, given to Urian for his experiments, chained and gagged. Some were dead, some were alive. Of some, he was no longer sure. Urian studied his prisoners and finally gestured to his huge, grotesque bodyguards to bring one of them to his inner sanctorium. His choice was a muscular man, once a powerful space marine in the service of the Emperor of mankind. Unable to struggle in the grip of the massive grotesques and gagged with a snake-like organism, the man fixed Urian with hate-filled eyes. Urian ordered him to be tied to the operating table, and then reached for his tools. As one of Orion's razor-sharp claws drew blood, the captive groaned. The luminous eyes of the mad experimenter lightened with a green glow as he felt pleasure at the man's pain. As he continued to work, the master homunculus talked to himself in a rasping voice.
You should be grateful. Once I remove your skin, you will feel so much cooler. And when I have finished with you, you should serve a much greater purpose.
Orion stopped and strained his mind to remember. Perhaps once there had indeed been a purpose, but it was all washed away now under an ocean of pain, cruelty, torture, and insanity. Orion shrugged and turned his attention to his experiment. A cry of agony pierced the darkness. See, one new thing that I really like in the 10th edition Codex for the Dark Eldar is that Orion gets back his uber grotesques at points plus 15. The uber grotesques, which may accompany Orion on the battlefield. They are chosen in the same manner as a normal unit of grotesques and cost the same number of points. Plus 15, I suppose. Let's go on, shall we? Ooh, a sixth piece of candy fruit then. What does this one entail? We're putting it with the others over there. The Dark Eldar are inured to terror and death, taking a positive delight in the infliction of pain and misery. Yet there is something that fills their race with an utter dread, driving them onto ever more despicable acts of wanton bloodshed and torture. What's next? Oh, a seventh piece of candy pizza. Another breadcrumb for the collection. There were 6 a moment ago. 6 is a special number, but so, indeed, is 7. No one dies quickly in the Dark City. They prey upon each other as much as their captives. The great cabals may hold power, but in the twisting alleys and dusk-shrouded corridors, allegiance is secondary to martial skill. To stray into the wrong territory is tantamount to suicide. I really love this piece of art. This one that begins down here and strafes upward. Let's turn the page, shall we? Ooh, 8 is also a special number for reasons. Let's put this one with the others and take a look at what the breadcrumb strove to point out. Commoragh was momentarily taken aback by the sudden question, but calmed herself in a heartbeat. She stared straight back at the Lord, looking deep into the ancient pits of evil that were his eyes. Because I need to rule. because I saw you as weak. But you have shown me now what weakness really is. Again, the Lord's chilling laugh echoed around the table. Let's turn the page. Oh, it's the 9th piece of candy pizza. Now, it is near starset and devil napped, and the moons grow large. Now I understand what Jeremiah was spared when the cold wind grips me and I see the faces peering into the darkness on the point of hysterical terror. He was truly spared, even given the gift of elongated life, so that he may live to this day and no further. He was a messenger. The devils that stalk men want us to know. They want us to fear them, and they will come, and they will kill us, but they don't just kill you. Let's put this 9th piece of candy pizza among the others. 9 is also a special number. Here we have some photographs of some of the new Dark Eldar models to be released alongside this 10th edition Dark Eldar Codex from Games Workshop. We cannot wait, but wait we shall a little while longer before all shall be revealed. Eyes without life, maggot-ridden corpses, mountains of skulls. These are some of my favorite things. We can't wait for this 10th edition Dark Eldar Codex to be released into the paws of the public. The cruel, twisted Dark Eldar are piratical raiders who strike without warning, killing or enslaving all who stand in their way. We do hope that this preview of the 10th edition Dark Eldar Codex has proved informative and tantalizing, offering a glimpse into what is to come. Spawned in the darkest pits of the universe, the piratical are a curse upon all races of the galaxy for untold thousands of years. They have preyed upon us, stealing forth from the shadows and dark places on their raids of terror and violence, massacring or capturing all whose paths they cross, that they are utterly evil and inhuman is without question. 9 pieces, all in all. 9 is a special number for some, and an even specialer number for others. A toast to the Dark Eldar. cattle species, which we shall drink until the stars go cold. No! Until the stars go cold and all that remains is precious, precious, all-encompassing Commoragh. In the meantime, the breadcrumbs that lead you there can be found